And hello, we are back with another part of What If Deku Had the Eight Gates? It's me, Anime We, or We Anime. Like usual, disclaimer, background noise. Um, I stutter my words a lot, and I do impressions, okay? And bad language, bad words, okay? Even though there's not a lot of them, there is still some because of Bakugo, okay? Yeah. Let's get into the story. Okay, where we last left off with the what if this story. Um, we were at the forest training camp. We were where we last left off. We were they our characters, the class 1A and class 1B, were training, and then supper or the food would come around the food time where they had to cook for themselves. So they would cook. It would be Class 1A's turn to cook. Okay. And with that, uh, Midoriya would see the kid that kicked him in the nuts last time, the previous day, and the kid that knocked Mineta off the wall from the bathhouse would be walking into the woods by himself. And Midoriya would ask Mandalay, uh, what, where does that kid go? Why is that kid going off by himself? And Mandalay would say, well, I never really know where he goes, but he stays over there while people are here, and he goes over there most of the time. But yet nothing really happens to him. Um, I usually just use my quirk to tell him the food's done, and he comes back and eats, right? And Midori would say, yeah, I get it. Uh, okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you for telling me. And Midori would go back and help the other students uh, with food, the food, and food would get done, and they would go back to train or to do that like the scare course. Some of them would go and do the scare course. Midori wouldn't do it. He would be training with Mandalay and Tiger, and then Midoriya. Well, Mandalay and Tiger would smell smoke, so would Midoriya, and they would look around there and they would see blue or like smoke billowing, and and they would see blue fire, right? And Midoriya would think, or what he would say, is this planned? And Mandalay and Tiger would say, not at all. And they would, well, Mandalay and Tiger would hear something from behind them, or all three of them would hear something behind them, and a portal would be opening, and a man, I think, two people would come out. A lizard mutation, a person with a lizard mutation quirk, and a person with a giant pillar, like a concrete pillar, what it looks like. And Mandalay would say, what are you two doing here? And the guy with the lizard mutation quirk would say, oh, we're just stopping by. Uh, yeah. Oh, we got things to do. I hope you know that. We got things to do. Okay. So, how about you get out of our way and we won't have to shed any blood? And while he's saying this, Midoriya would be thinking, like, there. he would be thinking, so they're after something, clearly. Just what? Probably one of the students would be my guess. My guess. But who? Who? Who would they be after? Eh, might as well just beat it out of them. And Medora would say, "Oh crap, I forgot to. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Uh, forgot to turn my thing on Do Not Disturb. I'm sorry." But yet, Medora would say out loud, "Gate of opening, gate of life." No, hold on. First gate, gate of opening, open. Gate, second gate, gate of rest, open. And the first two gates would be opened, right? And Midoriya would charge like in a blur-like flat fashion. He would be quite fast in this moment, and he would uh, get up to the 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 person with the giant pillar, which would look uh, more more stronger than the lizard mutation quirk user, which I don't remember the name of uh, the one that uses the pillar. I don't remember their name. I do remember Spinner, the lizard guy. I remember his name. Okay, I remember his name, and that's it, really. And besides the main three people, and what's his face? The magician guy. Compress. Yeah, that's his name. Compress. I remember those guys. But yet, Medora would charge the one with the giant concrete pillar and would kick them in the not yeah, in the face, knocking him backwards, and would get on the assault of just beating the crap out of him. And he would jump back to where Mandalay and Tiger was, and he would say, "I wake them up for you, Tiger." And Tiger would say, "Thanks, thanks, Midoriya." And Tiger would go uh at the I can't remember their name, and Midoriya would kick. Well, he would rush over to Spinner and would kick him in the face and would say to Mandalay, "Hey, I'm gonna go check on that kid if that's all right." Mandalay would say, "Okay, be back quick with him, or take him back to the building, the main place." And the I don't know the headquarters or something. I don't know. And Midoriya would blitz off. He would be right. He would slide in. He would get there. Okay. When he would get there, he would be sliding and see Coda being held up by a large man with a cloak on. He would be held up by his shoulder, and the large man would say, "Well, I guess I could finish off this lineage very quickly." And the big guy, the larger man, would start to squeeze on the kid's shoulder, on Coda's shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. Okay, and he would, and he would, before he could actually just break Coda's shoulder, he would be kicked in the side of the head and would be launched into the side of the mountain. And Midoriya would think, I wish I took better care of myself. Well, no, he would say, well, I guess that doesn't feel good, huh? And he would look at Coda and tell Coda. Kid, start running back to the go back to the building. I'll hold this guy off so he can run. And Midoriya would say first, second, third, fourth gates. Four gates are opened, which um I'll probably do it anyways. But yet, yeah, he would have the four gates open: gate of opening, gate of rest, gate of life, and gate of pain. Okay, and he would start just see Muscu. Well, he hasn't stated his name to Midori yet, so he wouldn't know his name. But yet, as we know him as Muscular, he would. Well, Muscular would say before Midoriya would get up there. Well, before he would activate his quirk and would start running at Muscular. Mu Muscular, as we know him, Midori doesn't know him yet. But yet he would say, "Who are you, kid?" Uh, oh, I recognize that face. You're the one that hand guy once, or once dead or something. What was your name again? Izuku Midoriya or something? I don't care. I just want a good fight. I was hoping to see Aizawa again. That bastard. But no, I get his wannabe hero student. I get money out of this anyways. Come at me, kid. And, well, and he would also say his name, which is Muscular. Medora would recognize that name by knowing the water hose heroes Koda's parents. He would recognize the name Muscular, and Medora would say, "Oh, you're that one guy. Muscular, was it?" Yeah, no, yeah, I know you just said your name. I wasn't paying attention to you. I was activating my quirk, and he would get enveloped in a yellowish green, like mostly yellow. Yeah, yellow, a pure yellow aura. If you want to know more, if you forget how his quirk works, uh, go back to the first video. I explained it better, and I will be making a video on their all my what ifs quirks, how they worked and how they work. Okay, I don't know when. I'll do it sometime. So yeah, yeah. Uh, but Medora would blitz off in his fourth gate and would do a combo of punches and kicks on uh on Muscular, and he would hit him in places where it would kind of make the place numb. Like he would kick the top of his leg nearly to his hip, at his knees, at his ankles. He would be kicking at these places on his legs mostly, so that the big guy couldn't walk and barely use his quirk. But yet, Muscular would be so big in the arms or in his chest area where Midoriya, he would kick it once and yet his foot would be stuck in the muscle. And he would eventually be able to pull it out before Muscular could grab him. And Midoriya would, after that, he would take his uh leg, he would use the back, like his heel, to kick uh Muscular in the back of the head. And he would start learn like using the way Gran Torino fights, which if you didn't know, he did intern with Gran Torino, and you can see what happened in the last part. Okay, and really, I mean, he would just be kicking him all over. He would be so fast. He would be fast enough where he can get out of the way of Muscular's hits. And Koda has run by now. He made it to the building, and Koda has told Aizawa about Midoriya, and Aizawa has been stopped by the clone of Dabi, right? Like in canon, and they have fought and blah blah blah, and yeah. And right after that, Aizawa would make it to well, he was also told by Koda while Muscular was having his monologue by Midoriya to ask Aizawa to not come and help him, to go and help Mandalay and Tiger, and help them instead of him, instead of Midoriya, right? And now, with that happening, uh, Midoriya would be bouncing around as much as he could, kicking Muscular in the legs, and Muscular would get the memo of it, and he would start muscling up his legs so Midoriya could barely even hit him anywhere. And Midoriya would stop for a second. He would be on the opposite side of Muscular, like Muscular is turned towards where Midoriya came from. Midoriya is on backwards, and Midoriya thinks I am gonna have to use a higher level uh of my quirk to actually damage this guy. So he thinks, and he says, "Fifth gate, gate of closing open," and he would be even faster, even stronger, right? And he would eventually actually like make he would he would kick Muscular in the stomach area and make him launch back uh to the wall, and Medora would launch up back to him again, but yet uh Muscular would catch Midoriya by his leg, which is his left leg, okay? And he would begin to be slamming Midoriya into the ground, into the wall, anywhere. Like if you ever watched Avengers, I don't remember what movie. It's probably uh, it's one of them. But when Hulk takes Loki and just starts slamming him on the ground, back and forth, I feel like you've seen it in a clip once or twice, right? And yeah, I mean, until he Muscular would throw him on the ground and Midoriya would start to slide backwards, he would be bleeding everywhere. Not everywhere. Like he would be bleeding from his head, his arms would be bleeding, his legs. His left leg would be like not broken, but yet like uh cracked, right? Because with his quirk, his skin hardens a lot. Like, and Muscular did it like 50 to 60 times on the ground, right? So he was eventually able to actually wear down Midoriya to a place where he could actually eventually break his bone. But yet he couldn't. He only cracks his leg, right? And Midoriya would be, which with his core get also invites a new aspect of his quirk when into like five and above, in where it brings a minor healing factor with it, a minor healing factor into his quirk, which his bone would be healing at, as they uh, thought. And Muscular would say, "You're good, kid, but yet not good enough. Ugh, how much was I gonna get paid for this?" And he would be thinking about this, but while he was thinking about it, Midoriya thought of a plan. And maybe if I could Go into my seventh gate for a minor second. Which he hasn't gone to his seventh gate yet. Or I think he has. No, he hasn't. He's went into six. Six is his limit as of this moment. He hasn't gone into his seventh gate. And by how much he trains, he unlocks a little bit of the gates, right? And but if he uses them prematurely, it will cause damage to him, and not just a stamina, not him just being in a lack of stamina. It will break bones of his. And with if he uses it prematurely, his healing quirk will barely even work. Okay, and so he thinks it's he knows it's a stupid idea, but maybe if he goes in the six, he might be able to do something instead of just going plain out into seven, into his seventh gate and just breaking his legs and arms, right? He thinks of this and he says, sixth gate, gate of joy, open. And he would be engulfed in orange, an orangish, a yellowish orange, right? No, an orange, aura, right? I hope you can still hear me. There's noises. But yeah, yeah. He goes into his sixth gate, gate of joy, which he's engulfed into an orange-ish red aura. See, with the auras, you would be, I've changed it a lot. I'll probably change it in the video I actually make about this quirk and how it would work. Number one is green, green, like green, green. And then two is a yellowish green. And then three is yellow. Four is like a yellowish green. No, three is a yellowish green also. Four is a yellow. Five is a yellowish orange. Six is orange. Seven is yellowish red. Not yellow, orangish red. And eight is red because gated death of red. Yeah, you get it. I'll probably change it in the video I actually make of this quirk. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry about the background noise. But yet, yeah, he goes into the sixth gate and he would blitz. He would rush up to Muscular, right, and would knee him in the face, breaking Muscular's nose, and then he would drop down. See, he carries around like uh quirk canceling like bracelets just in case, like, hey, maybe I want to train without my quirk. And he grabs one out of his pocket and would attach it to the second one. And so he carries like four or five, which these are also weights, right? That the support course made for him. It's weights, quirk canceling weights that, or like weights that cancel quirk because he could still use them as handcuffs, right? Because they weigh around like 200 to 300 pounds. Yeah, I know that's kind of stupid, right? But yet he's stupidly physically strong. So he would wrap it around Muscular's leg, right? And Muscular's quirk would just go by. Like he would shrink back to his normal size and he would say, "What did you do to me, kid? Tell me now." And Midori would say, "I'll never tell." And he would, and Midori, after he would say, "I'll never tell," and he sticks out his tongue and goes, And like, you know, I've said it twice now. I should put that in my disclaimer. I may say stuff twice. Nah, you all know. I hope. But yeah. He would uh go up to Muscular, kick him in the side of the head, and he would go like head first into the mountain and make a giant crater into it. Muscular would be knocked out. He'd be done, and would say he would turn off his quirk, and he would be thinking like, I hate going to the upper three gates or six. He would be hurting everywhere, even though his leg did get healed during that time. He he then turns on for the first two gates and would run back to Mandalay and Tiger and Aizawa, which is already there. And they have taken out the two villains. And Medora would be sliding by and would say, "Oh wow, you all took care of that." And oh yeah, thing villain muscular guy. I think that's his name. It's kind of a stupid name, given I have an even stupider name. Green Beast. Yeah, no, not Green Beast. Uh, Stupid name. Um, he's on the mountain, right there. He would point in the direction he came from, and he would say, "It's there." Okay, I'm gonna go look around. Okay. And Aizawa would say, "Kid, don't. You you are such a problem child. Let us go around. Let Mandalay make sure they would know. Did that guy say anything?" And Medora would say, "Oh yeah, he did. He's after like the villain group is after some students apparently. They said me, but they wanted me dead, which isn't surprising. A lot of people do. Um, and then they never really gave me another name. They said something about KB, so I'm guessing Bakugo would be uh their other target. And then they probably had another whole entire list of people. But yeah, that's not our worry right now. Okay, I'm gonna go look around. See you later. Don't die, any of you. These guys are still waking up. You would watch that. Okay, they're waking up. Okay, and Azal would turn to Mandalay and tell Mandalay, tell the students. Oh my God, I hate that child. Given I'm proud of him and all, still hate the child. Such a idiot. Such a problem child, I can tell you that. Mandalay would be shaking her head agreeingly, and he's and she would say, he's like uh All Might. He goes headfirst into it, comes out fine somehow, even though he doesn't look fine. He looked like he was bruised up. Do you know? Like, how does quirk work? And Izal would explain his quirk, and Izal would say he probably went into his a higher gate. Muscular's a pretty strong guy, I can tell you that. If he goes all out ish, out all out sort of. Fought him once, not fun. Not a fun guy. Not a fun guy to fight against. Especially not getting punched by him. I was there with the water hose heroes, right? Uh he knocked me away. I'm telling you, like 50 feet away from him, and then he did what he did to those two. And I'm telling it's rough. I mean, I'm sad about it too. I couldn't stop him. But yeah. And they would go back fighting Spinner and uh the other one. I don't know their name. Right. And yeah. And Midori would go off. He would eventually find Shoji, and he would say, "Hey, Shoji." And Shoji would put up his hand like a shooing motion, like, and he would say, shut up, Midoriya, get down, get over here. Tokiyami went insane. And Midoriya would say, what do you mean? Like Dark Shadow takeover type insane, or just like he hell usually is? And Shoji would say, like that Dark Shadow took over. And Midoriya would say, oh, that's very bad. Like very bad. I got an idea. Given it might work or not. We could probably, well, we both know his like weakness is light, right? It's light. We could just find Bakugo and Todoroki, really. I mean, like, seems like the smartest idea because I can't produce light. I don't think you can either. And Shoji would say, "You're you're crazy smart." Like, oh my God. I mean, you're not. Yeah, but yet, see, they were behind me in Tokuyami, I believe, or they were in front of me. Us, I don't remember. Like, I don't remember which the order was. But yet, Shoji would say, we could just go find. What? We could just go make Tokuyami follow us, right? And then we could, yeah, we just had to follow, go up the path, and then we could probably find him. My daughter would say, "Okay, how good are you at running?" Because I'm pretty fast for myself. See, I could, or one of us could go up more, right, sneakily, like up the path, right, and we could just say, "Hey, Tokoyami, we're over here," and he does yell that, and Choji was like, "Why did you yell that?" Oh, I yelled that. I thought, oh, and they would both turn over with terrified looks, and they would both say, "Run!" And Midora would grab Shoji by his like shirt and would start hauling it, hauling it, and, like as fast as he could in the second gate, I believe. Yeah, the second gate, and Tokyomi would be right behind them, and eventually they would catch up to not Todoroki and Bakugo, right? And they would say, "Oh, good. Okay, that's good. I, you two, uh, hey, I'll take the tooth guy, right? I'll take him. You two, uh, fight that guy. Don't hurt him and all. Um, fire, explosions, please. Uh, here." And Midori would throw Shoji and say, uh, "Do what you need to. Listen for people. Do what you're good at." And Midori would look at the teeth guy, Moonfish isn't his name, and he would jump up, do like a front flip, kicking the the guy in the head, would be bounce off, do it like a backflip in the air, and would land down. And hey, and he would say, you know, we could just let Tokuyami fight him. Move out of the way. And Midori would uh like run, grab Todoroki, grab Shoji, grab Bakugo, and would move it into the bushes, right? They would all be hiding there, and like let uh Tokuyami fight Moonfish, and Todoroki would say, "Ooh, new side of attraction, Midoriya." And the way Midora is holding Todoroki is like, and the person they were holding, I don't know, would be in like a bridal style, like, and Midori would think, or he would say, he would no, he wouldn't say anything. He would set Todoroki down, right? And he would start watching again. And Shoji, right after that, would look at Bakugo. And they would look at each other for a couple seconds and would say, "What just happened?" And then Shoji hears while using his quirk. He hears two familiar voices in uh Oraka and Tsuyu fighting someone. And Shoji would say, "Midoriya, Oraka and Tsuyu are over there. I don't know how far, couple meters maybe, but yet they're fighting. So you want to go check that out while Tokiyami is doing what he does?" And Midoriya would say, "Yeah, me and you can go. Me and you, Baka, or no, let's just all go, and then maybe the results would be better." And all of them would go, carrying the body of whoever that guy is. I still don't know who that is. But yeah, they would be up there. They would be in. They would run out. Midori would be out there first, and kick. He would kick the person in the face, launching them back into like a tree and making the tree fall backwards. The person would get up like shakily, like shakily. Is that how you would explain that? I think it would. I think that's how you would explain that. But yet, uh, Midori would say, "Just who are you exactly? You mind explaining that to us?" And the person would say, "Well, not really." Oh, I'll be going though. I'll see you two pretty ones later. Bye. And the person would back up into a portal and would be teleported away, like how portals work. And Dora would say, "You two all right?" Like Sue, I believe Sue, you got cut at in the tongue, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think so. I'm not really sure, but yeah, they would turn back around, see Tokoyami running like like at them, right? And they would think, "Oh crap, we gotta run more, don't we?" And Medora would say, hop on. Ah, screw it. Third gate open. Let's just get this over with." And they would all hop on their back, on his back, right? Like Shoji would be first to hop on his back, and then Suyu and well, he would be grabbing Suyu and Oraka like under his arms. Bakugo would be on his back, on his like shoulders, holding the guy, and Todoroki made up his own decision and would be like holding onto Midoriya's like front, right, like hugging Midoriya, right, and he would start running, like slowly. He wouldn't say third gate. Okay, I changed my mind. It's still its first two gates. He would start running slow enough where Tokoyami could still, well, Dark Shadow could still see them going, right? And but yet fast enough when where Todoroki couldn't get them. Tokoyami, not Todoroki. But yet, yeah, they would be they would get up to a clearing, Tokoyami behind them, and they would say, or Midori would say, Okay, this is where we stop him. And Bakugo would send an explosion. Todoroki would use fire, blah blah blah. And Tokuyami would say, well, he would get knocked out, clearly. He's asleep. He doesn't feel right. And Midoriya would sense something, since most things get enhanced in his gates. He would sense something and he would say, Duck! Everyone would get confused. Bakugo wouldn't listen to him, so he turns around and gets hit between the eyes with a marble, and he would get stuck in the marble. It's compressed. And you would hear a guy say, well, that was easy, but yet, still got one more I could catch. I'm gonna catch you all like Pokemon. Wee! Wee! And he would start jumping around, right? And Todoroki would send like an ice wave, like an iceberg, trying to just get him in one swoop, but yet he moved. And you could see Compress throw another marble, right? Trying to hit Tokoyami or one of the other people. Okay. And Midoriya kicks or stomps the ground and like earth, like the ground would like pulsate with these strength, and he would stomp again and get a like a piece of the ground, like not a big piece or anything, like a like a car wheel size of earth in his hand, and he would throw it at the marble, and that would be caught in the marble or thing instead of Tokoyami or whoever they were trying to get after. And the marble would go back to Compress, and he would think, or he would say, well, I hope you know that was very stupid. Because he would hold out the marble and he would launch the ground, the like wheel sized ground, piece of ground, dirt, that's dirt, at Midoriya. And Midoriya just punches it out of midair, right? And he would say, am I stupid though? And Compress would look down and see, or he would feel cold, but he thinks like, huh, must be chilly, until he looks down and he would see that he's caught in an iceberg, right? And now Medora would run up, kick Compressed in the face, cracking that mask. All he would just break the mask, break Compress's nose, and like crack most, like it would not be okay. And then Medora kicked him with enough power to launch him out of the iceberg onto the ground, but yet Compress would land, right? And he would say, well, you're such a brute. I'm telling you, man, I can't believe something happened like that. Oh, that did not feel good. We need to get out of here. So he would have a portal open up below him, and he would go through, and he would appear, and Midori would sense something behind him, right? And he would turn around, see that Compress is behind the people, the students, and he would say, "Move!" And but yet it was too late. Compress would get Tokuyami in the marble, and he would go back into the portal before anyone could hit him or take the marble away. And Medora would like stomp the ice, the iceberg he was on, shattering it. And he would see the portal open up again, and he would see compress woman, the person they were fighting before, and a new guy, two new people, a one in like a bodysuit and one covered in scars. Midoriya would say, "Just give us our friends back in so I don't have to kick you all in the face." Usually that works as a threat. And Compress would say, "How about we do a bargain here? You don't kick any of us in the face, and I'll give you one of your friends back, but yet you get to pick which one." Okay. Now I'm sounding weird because he kicked me in the face. Okay, now I sound like a mafia member. Okay. Now I sound Italian. I don't know how I turned out to sound like this when I was trying to sound like a magician, right? I don't know. And Mador would say, "How about I just kick you in the face and take those back then, instead of a bargain? You know, I'm a bargaining man. Now I've turned everyone into Italian. Okay, I don't know what's happening at all, but yeah. Okay, scratch. Nothing happened there. Okay, you didn't hear anything. But yet Medora would say, "What about I just kick you in the face and then take both of those back, getting both of my friends back, getting both my classmates back, okay, and then take you to jail. How about does that sound?" And Compress would say, "I could also release your friend and have Mr. Scars over here burn them both alive. If you take another step, they're getting burned alive." And Midoriya would stand still. Everyone would. And Midoriya would have to make a quick decision here. And Compress would say, "Left or right, my friend? Left or right? Right or left? Which one will it be?" So I know right is always right, but yet left is always left. Uh, that does not make sense. You make three lefts to make a right, right? No, three lefts is when you are getting followed in a car, right? And he would like turn to Sochi and think like, "Yeah, but this isn't the time for that." So I'm gonna go with, huh? I think I'll go with left. Let's see what happens. Oh, what do I get? What prize? Ooh. And he would like start to get strangely excited, like, "Ooh, I like carnival games. I like these kind of picking games. Can you make like a stage? This will be way more fun with a stage. And also, can I get your names or something?" I don't know. I'd rather not just say, "Hey, you, Scarface. Hey, you, bodysuit guy. Weird woman." I don't, and the weird woman in which he is talking about, it'd say, "Hey, that isn't very nice. Man, are all men like you? Or are you just weird? Freak show?" Oh, and uh, my name's Toga. Himiko Toga. You got two hot friends right there. And Mador would say, "You're weird, and you're a woman. That's why I picked weird woman. I'm not gonna call you that. Um, bodysuit guy. Oh, my name's Twice. Yeah, my name's Twice. Don't forget it. Hey, shut up, other Twice. Medora would look so confused at what's happening. I hope that's. May I give you a number to my therapist? Is that an option for you? Can I give that to you? Can I? Or is it just a big no? Are you okay? I know, like, I'm a hero, you're a villain. Like, yeah, but are you okay? And Twice would say, well, not really. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't believe the other guy. Believe me. Don't believe him. Believe me. I'm the cool one. No, you're not. I'm not. I'm I'm not the cool one. He is, I guess. And Midoriya would look like, you know, um, I don't know if I want to feel bad for him or I don't know. Um, I'm gonna forget you, bodysuit guy. Twice. What happened to Uno? What happened to him? What happened to number one? Why did you pick Twice? Can I get an answer, or are you just gonna look at me like I'm stupid? Now I'm definitely gonna kick you in the face. You won't even answer me. Hi, strangey hot guy, Scar, hot guy. What's your name? I want to know at this point. You got to be more interesting than the other ones, right? And the scarred up hot guy says, "Well, my name is Dobby. As you can see, these blue flames are my creation." And he would use his quirk. He would light up. He would have fire in his palm, right? And now Midoriya and Compress would say, "Well, what do you say, left or right, kid?" Midoriya would say, "Oh, I'm gonna go left. Left is always right, right?" I don't know. I've been hitting the head so many times these past few weeks. I barely know my own directions. So, uh, this side for me, but yet it would be that side for you. Go, go that one. And he would use his left hand to point at the left side. Okay. Actually, no, I know my direction pretty clearly. Like the only reason he said that is because Todoroki tapped his shoulder and said, "Are you okay?" I mean, like during this sports festival and all, did you like hit your head too hard? Did something happen to you? I got a good, I do a good massage. Do you want like a massage or something? After he would say that, Medora would say, there's nothing wrong with me. I know my direction, but yet, yes, maybe. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, left. And Press would throw the marble at them, and it would open and show Tokoyami. And meaning, Compress and the villains have Bakugo, Katsuki Bakugo. Okay? And Midoriya, or Compress, I mean, he would, like, let go of the marble, which has Bakugo in it, and would grab him by the back of the neck, and would, and while backing up into the portal, and Midoriya would charge, like blitz to the portal, almost getting in there before it shut, and the last thing he could hear is, "Go away, nerd." And Medora would slide. He would be saying, "Well, uh, don't know what to do now. Uh, what's gonna happen now?" He would turn around and see everyone checking on Tokoyami, and the Mandalay Tiger and Aizawa, or Aizawa would get there, and he would say, "What happened? What did you all do? Why is everyone sad?" And Medora would say, "They got Bakugo." You know, I wonder what would happen if I said both. Do you think he would give me both? And Aizawa, after he would say that, he would say, "Would you like to catch me up on this?" And Medora would explain what had happened there. And minus the well, he would also give the names of the Jesus Christ, that scared the crap out of me. Uh yeah, Medora would explain what had happened. He would get the names to Aizawa, and he would say he would look at the like Shoji and the other students that were there. He would say, "Do you think he would have gave me both of them?" Probably not, huh? Shoji would say, "Most likely not." But yeah, it wouldn't have hurt like try. I mean, like really, I mean like we don't know what type of guy he is, right? He could be a like a very good guy. I mean, he would probably give us both. But yet the other part of me that says that he wouldn't. He'd probably just get angrier. And Medora would say, "Yeah, probably." And they would all walk off. Yeah. Anything else that happened to the other students had happened. Okay. And now we do a time skip. Okay. The heroes, teachers, went around asking the parents, uh, if the student could live in the dorms. Okay, because after the attacks, all of them, um, they think it would be safer for the students to live in the school in a dorm system, right? And we go to a certain house, which is Midoriya's, the Midoriyas, and All Might would, well, Aizawa and All Might would go in there and would try to convince Inko to let Midoriya stay at the dorms. And what would eventually happen would they would convince her, but yet she would still be on the fence of it. See, Midoriya wasn't home at that time. He would be training with his classmates or uh Kirishima really. Didn't them getting the dorms happen? Hold on. Scratch that. They didn't do anything. Right. But yet they would still be in the hospital. Okay. And uh they would all be there trying to check on uh their classmates that got in the gas, right? And Kirishima says, "See, the heroes aren't doing anything. right? They aren't doing anything. We should take it in our own hands. Like what led this to this conversation to be is that not Kaminari, Hiroshima would say we should go save Bakugo, and they would all have an argument. Hiroshima would state their mind, and everyone else would too. Midoriya would say, "Shut up, all of you. We all get it. We are all terrified about for our classmate, okay? But yet we all also know that Bakugo is strong. So we should either go or not." I'm on the fence about going, okay? Because what if the heroes do go, and while we are there, and then we could get in trouble with the heroes, get in trouble with our classmates, with the school, okay? While they're trying so hard to get us safe by building up the dorms, okay? So I think we should either go and do it ourselves, which didn't something happened. I swear something happened about we knowing their place and or something. Okay, right, Hiroshima? And Hiroshima would say, "Yeah, Yaoruzu uh said she put a tracker on there on the big thing, the Nomus. That's their name." And Midori would say, "Yeah, and now we know about these things. We know their placements, right? See, I guarantee the heroes are still going to try to find the place, right? They're gonna go find the place. They're gonna find the place and get him back. Okay, that's what they're gonna do. So we either put trust in our teachers and the other pro heroes, or we go by their own judgment and our own uh intelligence and go try to save him ourselves, right? We try and do it, and then it will either end up somebody getting hurt, or even worse, death to one of us or one of the heroes for them trying to protect one of us, trying to save him, right? I know I'm usually chill, but yet I'm tired of it. You all have been screaming in a hospital for like the past 30 minutes, okay? You all figured out. You all have my number. I'm gonna go train or something. I don't know. Uh, I'll see y'all another time. And Kirishima would say, "Wait, Middle Bro, get back in here. I got a plan." Okay. We see if we can convince Yaoruzu to make another one of those tracker things, right? For us. And we follow that tracker to there, right? And then we see what's on there. If it turns out to be really dangerous, we turn back and leave. Okay. But that's not, I want to try to save my friend. Even though he doesn't really see me as a friend, I see him as a friend. And I want to go and save him. I want to go try and save him. I will either do it by myself or with you all. It doesn't matter to me. And Midoriya would say, which the only one, most of them already left after hearing Kirishima wanting to do this, and they're thinking they're in Tokoyami's room. Okay, he is asleep. They have left. They are outside the hospital by now. And Midoriya would say, "Fine. I'd rather not see my own classmate get hurt because of their own stupid reasoning." Fine, I'll go. But you are gonna be the one convincing Yaoruzu, okay? Not me, nobody else, just you, okay? I will go in there to her room with you. But yeah, that's it. And he feels, well, after he's done talking, they're walking to Yaoruzu's room. They would hear, well, Midoriya would have his phone, uh, well, he would be getting a call, right, from Todoroki. And Todoroki would say, "Hey, Midoriya, where are you at the very moment?" And Midoriya would say, "At the hospital, going to Yaoruzu's room." And Todoroki would say, "Whoa, me too! I'm already in here. Come on by. I'm here with Ida. I was just, I also want to ask you a question. Um, you still want to get that massage?" And Midoriya would say, "Sure. Life's been stressing me out, honestly. Uh, do you want to do it like on private time or what? I don't care at this point." Well, to be honest, I'm not the one really good at massages. My sister is. So we could hang out, and I've learned some stuff from my sister. I've been getting lessons recently, and I want to see if I could use you as a test subject. Madora would say, "Sure, I don't care. I'll do whatever." And they would be outside the room by now when Kirishima has went in already. And you could hear, and uh, Midori could hear over the phone, Kirishima would say, "Midoriya, get in here!" And Midori would say, "Hold on, Jesus, women, um, I'm hanging up, bye." And Midori would walk in, and Kirishima would try their best. I'm pretty sure I made the female. Yeah, I did. And Kirishima would try her best on uh trying to convince all the people in there. Midori would have not Midori. Ida would be angry at this point. They really didn't want to. Well, Ida would had walked out by now. Okay, and Hiroshima would eventually convince Momo to make another tracking device for the one tracking thing on the Nomu. And Hiroshima would say, "Thank you, Yellow. Are you, well, don't you want to like come with so that we actually have someone read this?" And M Momo would say, "But if I go, we are leaving if things start to get dangerous, okay? Okay?" And Hiroshima would say, "Okay." And Hiroshima would turn to Todoroki and say, "Hey, you want to come? Midori's coming." And Todoroki would be on board immediately after he heard Midoriya coming. right? He'd be totally on board and said, "Oh yeah, I'll go." And Medora would like give a blank face, like anything to do with me, you'll do it. I'm guessing. Why am I attracted to that? Oh, and they would all go, and they would get up disguised and whatnot, looking like invading Cannon. Medora would just wear different clothing, like not the big cyan jacket, right? He'd still wear the same clothes as like the dress up did, but yet before that, he would instead of his red hot tops, like I've stated in previous parts, if you have watched them, he doesn't wear the red shoes. He wears like ninja sandals from Naruto. Okay, that's what he wears on a daily basis. That is his shoe. So yeah, they would start going. They would eventually make it there to the location, and they would get behind. They would hear a lot of racket, like a lot of noise, and they would see that pro heroes are all over the place. And like they would see Bakugo in the like almost in the middle of the big fight against All Might and All for One, right? And Midoriya, being the smart guy he is, he thinks maybe this will work, maybe it won't. Um, you two, and he would be saying Todoroki it to Todoroki and uh Momo. Um, you all start going now. I got an idea, and we're gonna get Baku out of here. Stupid idea, but Kirishima get on my back. We're doing something stupid. And Kirishima would say like, "Yay, another stupid thing I get to be a part of with you. Let's go!" Woo! And she would hop on his back. And so, what are we doing? Well, we're going to see how fast I can really go without being saw. All they're really going to see is a green and red blur. Let's see. I'm just going to see if I can jump right up to 6. Ooh, this is gonna break some bones. It'll be worth it. Let's go. Hey, get ready to just hold your hand out and be ready to grab. Or I'll grab Bakugo, hand them up to you, honestly. And boom, he would be off. The two others would run off, meet him near certain like coordinates, right? And Medora would eventually get to Bakugo, slow down a little bit, grab him, throw him like he would get out of there grabbing Bakugo, and Bakugo would be held like a bag, like he would be in the bag of motion, like boom, and they're out of there. Um, they would slow down for a little bit so Bakugo could get up where Kirishima is, and they would, and Medora would run, grab Todoroki, and get to those two, and would stop and would fall instantly, but yet Todoroki and Kirishima would catch him, and they would say, uh, Midoriya, what's wrong? We gotta run. Get up, please, now. And Midoriya would say, oh, my legs. Well, you see, jumping straight up to the sixth gate ain't really fun. I think I tore a lot of stuff in my bones. My tendons. I think I tore a lot of them. Okay. Oh, try to stand. Okay. Okay. Oh, walk from now on. Okay. Let's just walk. I don't think they know this stuff's there. I think some of them. I. Wait a second. I got an idea. And he goes down. reaches a for a rock, and he says, "How far do you think this is from where we were, Yaoruzu?" And Yaoruzu would say like, I don't know, uh, 500 maybe meters, maybe 300. I don't know. Depends how far we ran away. Well, okay, I'm gonna do something stupid. See this rock? You wanna watch it? Go bye bye. I'm gonna try to hit that big guy in the face, right? And he would go straight up to number six again. Six again. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. Goodbye, Arg. Ooh, and he would get like in a baseball throwing motion, and he would throw it so hard it would go through buildings, do 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 do, and would hit all for one in like the face while All Might is punching All for One, and it would hit All for One in the side of the head, knocking him out, and then almost knocking him out, and then he would get fully knocked out by All Might's punch, right? And you would see a red colored uh rock get thrown on the like land on the ground because it's bloody. I mean, he got hit in the head with a rock. What else do you expect? Like, and when we get back to Midoriya, All Might does say his thing. Uh, you're next, but yet he has chosen somebody for all for one, one for all. I mean, and is that is do 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 Miria. Okay, it's Miria. I'm just gonna say that. Sorry, I was burping. But yeah, yeah, it would be Miria, right? And now, uh, they would like try to run. They wouldn't get really far until well, they didn't get recognized. They would left. They would have left. Okay, they would have left. They put that out there. Now Midoriya is his legs are basically purple. He does his quirk is activated so that he starts to heal. And by the time they would get back to by the time Midoriya got back to his place, he would have been healed up mostly. Right. His bones would be okay. Everything would be fine. Right. Not everything. He does get a muscle, like his scar and cannon on his arm because he jumps straight up to six gate and threw over off. And he says, "I am so stupid." Oh, okay, my arm hurts. I'll get it checked out tomorrow by Recovery Girl maybe. I hope they don't recognize it's us because I'm pretty sure they saw a red and green blur. Okay. Um, and he would make it home and sleep. And the next day, he would get a text from a certain person, and it would be All Might, and he would ask him, hey, ask Midori to come up to UA for a little bit. He wants to tell him something, and before school would get started back up in the following days, right? When they were, well, yeah, yeah, in the following days, and Midori would get there, right? Uh, it would be like a Sunday during this time, and he would got there, and he would see All Might, or he would meet All Might outside of UA, and it would get led into there. And while he was going through there, he would see the dorms almost ready, and uh, All Might would say, um, tomorrow, I'll or later on today, I'll be meeting with your mother, trying to convince her so that you can move in there. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you now. Okay, and I got someone that I need you to meet. So you know how we first met, and and we talked about one for all, my quirk, all for one, one for all. Um, I chose a successor. Okay, and Midoriya was agreeing with like, good, um, good, right? And Midoriya would say, who is it? And um, Midoriya would say, or I mean, All Might would say, oh, it's well, you're about to meet him, and they would head up to a meeting room, and somebody uh with yellow hair, okay, they have yellow hair, and they are sitting there drinking some water, and All Might says, hey, young, oh, hello, young Mirio, young Togata. How are you? I didn't know you would be here so early. And Mirio would say, oh, I was gonna train with the other members of the Big Three. And oh, is this your other considering successor that you were considering before you chose me and trained me and all? Nice to meet you. I'm Mirio Togata. Nice to meet you. And who are you? And Midori would say, oh, I'm Izuku Midori, or you would know as that one kid that uses that hurts him, his quirk that hurts him, probably. That's what I've been recognized as at this point. Not even by my hearing anymore, whatnot, or my name, rather. Yeah, my name's Uzuku Midoriya. Nice to meet you, Togata. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm happy you're chosen, not me. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, again, uh, why am I here again? All Might. Oh, and All Might would say, well, Gran Torino and Nana wanted to talk to you again. And so they're coming here, and I told him I already wanted to talk to you about some stuff. And so they're coming here to visit you. So, yeah. And Midori would say, oh, you mean, oh, yeah. Oh, yay. I haven't seen them in a while. I haven't texted back either. I mean, I have. Well, Gran Torino has. Does Nana have, does Nana Shimura know how to use a phone? And All Might was like, oh, yeah, she does. She just isn't allowed to have one most of the time. And Midori would say, like, why? Isn't she like 30 something? She has to be like, she's young, clearly. Like, you don't tell me she's like 50 and she looks like that. And All Might would say, she's 50. No, she's 60, my friend. I'm 55 and I look like trash. She's 60. No, she's like 65 and she looks like a goddess. I don't make the rules, man. Why does she get to look like that and I look like this? And Midori would say, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just. I don't know. I don't know. Life ain't fair, man. I don't know how I keep my hair like this most of the time. It just goes like this. I don't use any hair products or anything. My hair just goes like this. And Mirio and All Might would look confused at him. Like, what? You don't, how? You don't use any hair gel or anything? And Midori would say, not at all. But I know Kirishima does. And Bakugo, I believe. Tomonari, I have a feeling he just shocks himself. And his hair just goes like that. And All Might would say, yeah, that seems very possible. And they would talk more and more about One for All and what would happen if in the area about uh, or anything. And they would hear a knock on the door, and they would hear a familiar voice in Gran Torino. And Nana Shimura would also be there, and Nana Shimura would be floating and would see Midori and say, how is my little guy doing? Yeah, and you're cool. I don't, you know, your quirk and One for All seems familiar, or goes like the same thing, right? Is that how that works? Is that how your quirk works, or not? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just happy to see you. And Midori would say, "Oh, hi, no, Shimura. Question. I don't want to seem rude or anything, but um, how old are you?" And Shimura would say, like, "Oh, I'm like six. I'm like 30. Yep, I'm like 30." And Grand Tour would say, "No, you're not. You're not that. You're 65, man. You're 65, kid. And yet I look goaded. I look the best in this room, besides the little one here." And she would be pointing at what Midori. And Hannah would say, "Who's that kid? I don't believe I met him. Is he the new successor? Why isn't that kid the new successor? No offense, kid. You're great. I guarantee you have great power. But why him? Why not? Oh, guy here. Why not Midori? No offense." And All Might would say, "Well, because Midori didn't want it. I mean, that's just plain and simple." And Midori would say, "Yeah, I mean, my quirk was so, well, I wanted to prove myself I could do it by myself without using One for All, right? I wanted to prove myself. But yet we made a deal. Um, Mario, All Might, and me made a deal. If anything were to happen to Mario, I would be the next successor, sort of. See, here's the thing. I don't know how your power works, first off. So I don't really want to use it. I'm guessing it's just like strength, kind of like mine. Just it just enhances your strength and speed, really. Mine does more than that. I don't know if I could say pass it on. I don't know. I kind of want to try it now. Hey, anyone want to? And he would say, "Anyone want to eat my hair?" And he would pull it out and say, "Anyone want to eat my hair?" And Nana Shimura would say, like, "No, but sure, I'll eat your hair and see what happens." And Maduro would no. Before that, Maduro would say, like, "Hey, anyone want to eat my hair?" And Nana Shimura would come over and just bite into his head of hair and just try to like, and she would only get one piece out, right? And everyone is so confused. Like, uh, Midori is like, "Ow, my hair! Ow! You didn't have to pull it out! You didn't bite my head! Ow!" Yeah, I'm just going to do a time skip later in the day where All Might and Aizawa are in the room with Inko trying to convince her to let Midoriya uh, move into the dorms, which it does eventually happen, but yet Midoriya does get back while from training and convinces her, or says, or Inko would say to the two teachers, they would say, could we get an answer? Well, we know your answer, but we want to hear Midoriya's answer too. And Midoriya would get there and say, I want to move in there. I mean, I want to keep you safe. Um, and yeah, yeah, I feel like it would be easier, given I don't have a lot of stuff. So it would be super easy. Good. And they would convince Ego to like and move in there. And the next day, which was Monday, they were given the day off so that they could move all their stuff in there into the dorms and spend the next week of their break in there in the dorm. And yeah, and it would. I'm gonna do a time skip. Okay. Um, to when they are doing the where they show off their room to each other, and we would get to Medora's room, and it would have a mattress on the ground with like a green. No, it would have a bed, wooden frame, right, and then a green like plaid. No, a green blanket on top, white pillow. It would just be have a green blanket or like a the top. See, I don't know what they're called. The top of the bed. You gotta know. Yeah. And for the rest of the room, the closet would have his clothes clearly, and he would have a desk, a speaker, like a comically large speaker, not like a large one. It's like it's a speaker, right? And he would have a computer, a laptop, and we could see a green guitar. Okay, a green guitar, electric guitar. I don't know. Yeah, and a beat pad for like for making beats. I mean, he's a music guy. Okay, he does music. He makes music or whatnot. Yeah, I don't care. And Jura would say, "Since when did you start playing guitar?" She would walk over and pick up the guitar and start strumming, like or she would start strumming, right? And Midori would say, "Oh, I've had plenty of guitars since I was like 6. I just bought this one recently, and I was trying to get into like a electric rock music type deal." And yeah, they would all go to the rooms. The only also, what else is that in that room? It would be changing up the places with the room. So Midoriya would be uh, right beside Todoroki room. Their room would be right beside each other. Okay, and yeah, he would also have like a green wallpaper, green room. Not really green. It would be like well, accent walls. One would be black, one would be green. Okay, that's just what happens. And he would have a whole entire rack of like the sandals he wears. Some longer ones, some like boot-sized ones, some like normal like ninja sandals. Yeah, it would be like a ninja sandal sanctuary. He'd have like a couple rows, and like there would be black and green ones only. The ones he's wearing now, he's not really wearing any right now. But yeah, the ones he mostly wears are like right beside the bed, right? And you could also see like a green and black uh coat on the bed. And yeah. And so now we're doing a time skip to the next day. And Azal walks in and says, uh, three people from, have you all, I'm just gonna let them introduce themselves. Screwed. And three people walk in. Oh crap, no, no, hold on. That would be waiting for a couple days. Okay. So a couple of days go by from the room tour, right? And Midori would be walking through the halls trying to go downstairs, right? And he goes down. He would finally almost reach the stairs, and he would hear something behind him, and he would see Mineta running at him, and would see him jump in what? No, he would already be jumping at him in like a drop kick motion, and Midori would get drop kicked down these stairs. He would be rolling down the stairs. Um, Kaminari and Kirishima would be trying to walk up the stairs, and they would see Midoriya rolling down the stairs and would say, Midoriya! And they would get down there, and and Midoriya would say, oh, okay, ow, uh, uh, mm. Why is that like concrete stairs? Why are they concrete stairs? Oh, my back. Where's Todoroki when I need him? And Todoroki appeared. He was in the kitchen. He would hear Midoriya like say, "Where's Todoroki?" when he needed him, and he would be over there in a matter of seconds. And Kirishima and Kamui would say, "Why did you fall down the stairs?" And Midoriya would say, "I didn't fall down the stairs. I got drop kicked down the stairs. Okay, it's the grape freak, the grapist. Oh, why did I make that? I hate that commercial." And Kamui would say, "Oh, you mean that play we or the what you call it we did that one day where you made a commercial, right? Yeah, that one. The grapist, the grape juice guy. Uh, the grapist is a real thing on YouTube. Go look it up. Grapist. The grapist. It's hilarious. I'm telling you, it's hilarious. Okay? It's absolutely hilarious. And there's another one. Not another grapist. Okay? There's another. It's Operation Breakup. That's also hilarious too. I will probably make references to that as well at some point or in my other what ifs. Okay. They're both hilarious. Go check them out. They're hilarious. Okay. And Midori would stand up and he would like say, could you help me, Todoroki? And Todoroki would say, yeah, I'll help you with anything. What do you need? You know your magic hands, right? Which by this time he has gotten a massage his from Todoroki's sister, and which he does know it's Koyumi. And Todoroki has magic hands now, uh, in the sense of Midoriya. And now, hold on, I'm gonna check time. Oh, crap. And Midoriya, could you like do what you did, but yet have like your ice like on the bruises? Oh, and Midoriya or Todoroki would say, well, you gotta take your shirt off first off. So yeah, I'll do it. And Todoroki would lead him back up the stairs to his room, right? And Kaminari and uh Someone in Kirishima would hear like they would stare at each other for a minute and say like, "What just happened?" And at the same time, and they would also hear something like falling off the stairs. They would move out of the way and see it's um Mineta, and he would be, "Oh, screw you, Midoriya, Todoroki, screw you both. I hope you become good heroes." Ah, hey, you two, you want to help me? And they would both look at Mineta and say, no, we don't. We're gonna go check up on Midoriya since you drop kicked him down the stairs for no apparent reason. Oh no, I had my reasonings. He just keeps on getting the hot women. Todoroki isn't a woman, man. How do you know that? I've seen stuff. I've seen stuff. And plus, he has a hot sister. Shut up. But yet, how do you know that? He could be. He could be a tomboy. You don't know. Oh, I'm gonna go like lay down. Okay. And yeah. Um, the Kirishima Commentary go check on Midoriya, blah blah blah. Now we go to where we were a second ago, and this is where I'm gonna end it off. Okay, before they meet people, um, and feature me when you're trying to find something, um, trying to find out where you last left it off. Go to the end. Okay, hi, it's me. Um, they ended. I ended it at well, never mind. I'll make another video after this, saying where I left it off. That's a smart idea. I think I'll just start doing that. But yeah. This is the end where I'm gonna end it off. You might see a video tomorrow about how his quirk works or something. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know when I'll do it. I'll do it sometime. But yeah, I'll see you all. Well, hold on. What? Like, subscribe, comment. Comment. Uh, favorite Rustage rap song if you have listened to Rustage. Tell me your favorite song, okay? Uh, yeah, I'll see you Monday with another part of what if Deku was Nanami's reincarnation, or I'll see you in a different video, okay? Bye. I'll see you all next time on Monday, maybe. See ya.